Hey again, guys. Hope you're all well. It's Aseem Sharma, training manager from Solframe Consulting. I am going to briefly cover dealing with different kinds of personalities and what those instances may be. So it's really weird. I'll give you a couple of examples. You may find them interesting or scary. I don't know. Let me just go through them. So you may come across people who are very straightforward and abrupt. I would like to say I am abrupt. I try to be careful about, but then again, I won't hold back if something is really required. And generally, I don't mean to boast about myself, but straightforward people are good because you know what's going on in their mind and they don't hold back, as I said, and they tend to be transparent and loyal. So, as a friend, I would rather have someone who's straightforward, who vents his or her frustration or anger if they have an issue with me, and you clear your differences. Okay, you come across people who may be sweet and diplomatic, but as the saying goes, you're not sure what they're doing behind your back. They may be gossiping, they may be having an ulterior motive. You have absolutely no idea, and that can be dangerous. So just try to be mindful if someone comes across as being pleasant all the time, even irrespective of the situation. You think this is not natural. It's normal to be frustrated at times, or kind of express certain emotions which may not always be pleasant. And if someone always seems to be calm, either they're very good at channelizing their anger or whatever it may be, or something is up. You may come across people who are quite jovial and always seem to be laughing. I tend to be jovial, but I'm not going to be jovial when I'm unhappy about something, and I'm pretty transparent from my face. People can work it out. So again, those people can be interesting. They're generally not harmful, but then I'm not so sure whether they'll be there for you in need. In my experience, not all the time. So there was a person who I was friends with. I'm still friends with them, and I had just given training in my old job to a batch, and some of them offered me chocolates. Now I'm not really someone who eats chocolates and candy a lot, and soft drinks or whatever. But anyway, they gave it to me. So I reluctantly accepted. I said that, okay, well, if you insist. Then I met the friend. The friend saw that I was holding, some stuff in my hand, and they asked me that, look, where did you get this from? Because they knew that I'm not really, it's not that I'm not a fan of chocolates, but I just don't eat them very often. And I said, look, it's a gift. It's a token of appreciation for my training. And then they asked that, can I have it? So obviously that was quite awkward, and I said that perhaps you didn't hear me clearly. I said that this is a gift for me. Whether I choose to consume them or not, I don't think that's very appropriate. It's a bit insulting to the other person, to be handing over my gift to you, because it's something that came from the heart, and it's something that they wanted to do. That was a very awkward situation, and it made me realize that person who I felt I knew, I didn't know them very well, but still, that either you're incredibly selfish, you may be opportunistic, but in a way which is cringeworthy. It made me feel sick from within, to be honest. So I didn't like that, and it revealed a lot about the person's personality, to be honest. And I felt compelled to almost hand it over to them, but it just made things very awkward. That's all I can say. The other instance is I was going through a tough financial period, which I guess we all are in our own ways even now, and I needed to take a salary advance, and as per the company policy, a salary advance is only granted in times of emergency. My mum was not well, and I was running behind on my rent. So with a bit of difficulty, I managed to secure a salary advance, and I was a bit relieved. When my friends, or I should say my friends, found out, they were aware of it. I was quite transparent about it. They said, oh, congratulations, you got your salary advance, now you need to give us a party. Now I understood the kind of humorous side of it, but then I said it's a little tasteless. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty straightforward. I said that over here we are having difficulty in even putting food on the plate. My mum's not doing well at all. You know the situation entirely, and for you to say something like that, I find that incredibly insensitive. And they just said, look, we were just joking. I said, yeah, well, the joke needs to be tasteful. So I didn't like that. If you don't like something, it's always better to, vent out what you're thinking. I mean, why be politically correct? I didn't have an altercation with the person. I just said, listen, I didn't like that. I don't want to discuss this again. All right? And how I spend my emergency funds is up to me, obviously. And you need to sometimes be a little careful and filter what you say to me and think twice, rather than saying that, oh, okay, well, good, now you've got this, hopefully now you can make amends and things will fall into their place. I hope your mum gets well soon. I hope things are okay with your landlord, etc. So I said, where's the empathy? Your empathy is non-existent. So that was another experience. Just be careful about the kind of people who you mix up with, because there's a lot of negative energy, and that can influence you. And someone who you may feel you've known for a while, when you put them in a certain situation, or there are certain circumstances which put them to the test, the acid test as I like to call it, that really shows a lot. And people who may not seem to be very kind of close to you, they can be there for you in need, and then you think they're like angels coming from the heavens above. Just be careful with the kind of people who you mix up with. Observe people closely, scrutinize them, and I'm not saying you necessarily have to test them, but just observe how they respond to different situations. And don't be scared to put them in certain situations if you feel that you need something from them. Don't feel that, look, I don't feel like asking. If you have the hesitance to ask someone something, it's either because it's wrong what you're asking principally, or you are worried about rejection. But why are you worried about that rejection? Is it because your demands are unreasonable, or because you fear that they will back out? Well, that's what you need to work out, especially when it comes to relationships. So anyway, I hope you found this useful. For further tips, please do subscribe to this channel. You can also find us on FB, Insta, LinkedIn and Telegram. Till next time, please do take care. Thank you very much and goodbye.